Hi, Vani. Merry Christmas. I have a special story for you today, and it's actually a story all about you, and I can't wait to read it to you. I hope you enjoy it. It's called Peppa and George's Big Adventure to Find Evangeline. Let's get started.
Cock-a-doodle-doo! Peppa and George are having a sleepover at Granny and Grandpa's house. It is early in the morning. Granny Pig pops her head round the door. "Hello, my little ones," she says. "That's just Neville. He always wakes up early." "What would you like to do today?" asks Granny Pig at breakfast. "Jump in muddy puddles," says Peppa. Granny Pig looks out of the window. "The sun has dried the muddy puddles out," she sighs. "Oh no!" gasp Peppa and George. "Don't worry," says Grandpa Pig with a smile. "We've got a surprise for you." "You're going to like the surprise," says Granny Pig. Peppa giggles. "What is it?" "It wouldn't be a surprise if we told you," says Grandpa Pig. "We're going on a treasure hunt. You have to find the clues to spell out the surprise." Granny Pig holds up the map. "Look for letters," she says, "then write them on here." "Come on," cries Peppa. "Let's go! Hee hee ha!" It is time for Granny Pig to check on her chickens. "Let's have a look inside the coop," she says. The coop is where the chickens live. Peppa and George climb up the steps to the coop. "Maybe there's a clue in there," whispers Peppa. Peppa and George peep inside. "Chickens," says George. "They're not chickens, George," snorts Peppa. "They're eggs." "Well done," says Granny Pig. "You've found a clue." Peppa draws an E for eggs on the map. Mr. Fox has come to drop off a delivery in his van. "We're on a treasure hunt," says Peppa. Mr. Fox pulls out 2 fruit trees, 1 pear, 1 apple. "Are these our clues?" asks Peppa. "No, sorry, Peppa," grins Mr. Fox. "These are for Grandpa Pig." "I do have a clue for you, though," he says. "It's big and blue and full of things." "Is it your van?" asks Peppa. "Well done," replies Mr. Fox. Peppa draws a V for van on the map. Peppa and George follow the map into Granny and Grandpa Pig's garden. There are lots of fruit and vegetables. Grandpa Pig is very proud of his big apple tree. Boink! An apple drops down from the tree. It lands on Grandpa Pig's head. "Oh my!" he chuckles. The apple is red and rosy. "I think you've found a clue," says Grandpa Pig. Peppa draws an A for apple on the map. The map leads Peppa and George to the bottom of the garden. George points to a giant blackberry bush. "That's not a clue," shouts Peppa. "It's too big and too prickly." They hear a noise from inside. Tweet, tweet. Peppa and George creep up to the blackberry bush. Right inside, at the back, there is a bird's nest. "Clever George," whispers Peppa. "You have found a clue." The nest has 3 baby birds inside. Peppa and George tiptoe away. Peppa quietly draws an N for nest on the map. "Look who's driving past," calls Granny Pig. "It's the school bus," shouts Peppa. Miss Rabbit drives the school bus. She is giving Madame Gazelle a lift home. "I can hear Madame Gazelle playing her guitar," says Peppa. "That's your clue," says Granny Pig. Plink, strum. Madame Gazelle is very good at playing the guitar. When Peppa and George go on school trips, Madame Gazelle plays the guitar and they sing songs all the way home. La la la. Peppa draws a G for guitar on the map. We must look carefully, says Peppa, searching the garden. The next clue could be very, very tiny. Elephant, cries George. Peppa giggles. Hee. Elephants aren't tiny. Elephants are very, very big. Hello, Peppa. Hello, George, says Emily Elephant. Hello, we are having a treasure hunt, says Peppa. We know, says Mummy Elephant. We're your next clue. A big clue, giggles Peppa. Peppa draws an E for elephant on the map. Peppa, George, come and see this. I've found your next clue. Grandpa Pig is looking through the window of Peppa and George's treehouse. Peppa goes in first. George follows. Oh, cries Peppa. She comes out holding a tiny ladybug. Hello, ladybug, giggles Peppa. Nice to meet you. Peppa draws an L for ladybug on the map. The map leads Peppa and George to the bottom of the garden. Tinkly music starts to play. It's Miss Rabbit, the ice cream lady. George jumps up and down. George loves ice cream. Grandpa Pig, asks Peppa, please can we have an ice cream? What a lovely idea, agrees Grandpa Pig. Hello, says Miss Rabbit. What flavor ice cream would you like? Peppa chooses vanilla, and George chooses chocolate. Maybe ice cream is a clue, winks Grandpa Pig. Yes, nods Peppa, the yummiest clue ever. She draws an I for ice cream on the map. Look, says Peppa, there's another clue inside Grandpa Pig's shed. Grandpa, shouts George. Are you in there? Asks Peppa. What? Splutters Grandpa Pig. Grandpa Pig loves his garden shed. It is a great place to have a nap. What clue have you got? Asks Peppa. Says Grandpa Pig, this newspaper. Thank you, Grandpa, says Peppa. Peppa draws an N for newspaper on the map. Peppa, George, calls Granny Pig. Would you like to post an envelope for me? Yes, please, says Peppa. Peppa, George, and Grandpa Pig walk to the mailbox. Peppa takes Granny's envelope and posts it. Is this another clue? Asks Peppa. How did you guess? Chuckles Grandpa Pig. Peppa draws an E for envelope on the map. Peppa and George have found lots of clues. They are very good letter hunters. It's starting to rain, says Peppa. Time to go back inside, decides Granny Pig. Drip, plip, plop. Peppa and George look at the map. Where is the surprise? Peppa wonders. Granny Pig smiles. Have another look at your map, she says. Show me the letters. Granny Pig sounds each letter out. E, V, A, N, J, E, Lean. Peppa gasps. It's a name. Evangeline. Listen, exclaims Granny Pig. There's somebody at the door. Peppa, George, she calls. Come and see who it is. Oh, gasps Peppa. Mummy and Daddy Pig have arrived with a special envelope. What's that? Asks Peppa. It's your treasure, snorts Daddy Pig. Open it up and see what's inside. Peppa opens the envelope. Hello, Peppa and George. Yay! You found my name. Would you like to come to my house? We can jump in muddy puddles and have lots of yummy cake. From Evangeline. Peppa and George are very excited to meet their new friend Evangeline. What a brilliant, big adventure!
I hope you enjoyed this story. It was so fun reading to you. Hope to see you soon. Love you.